Number 10.
10.
Tommaso Ciampa. Man, it's sort of it's fitting that when I typed in, because I like to refresh the old brain, and so I typed in Ciampa heel turn just so I could freshen up how things went down. And there was a video, I think it was from like a year ago, and it said the greatest story WWE ever told.
Number 10, Austin aligns with McMahon, WrestleMania X7.
Number 10, float like a butterfly, sting like a plan B. Can't spell heels without the sh-healed. All 3 dog boys have been individual bad dogs now, but you never forget your first. Ha ha.
Number 10, Orndorff clotheslines Hogan. If you're going to turn bad, why not do it against the biggest babyface in wrestling?
Oh,
9.
Chris Jericho turns on Shawn Michaels, and in the process gives him like a wonk eye as he put his head through a TV.
Number 9, Sergeant Slaughter turns on America. Saddam Hussein did not invade Kuwait, he conquered Kuwait.
Number 9, Kevin Owens is allergic to friendship twice. He's the most emotionally unstable man in the world. One little inconvenience and everybody dies.
Number 9, Flair turns on Sting. Oh, Sting, you idiot.
Are you freaking kidding me?
8. Andre the Giant. Hey, man. Get your hands off my shoulders, man.
Number 8, Tommaso Ciampa betrays Johnny Gargano, NXT TakeOver Chicago. Betrayal, heartbreak, tears.
Number 8, champing at the git. I'm a bad friend, says Kevin Owens. Hold my Milwaukee's best, says Tommaso Ciampa, history's worst friend. If you look up friend in the dictionary, you will see a picture of someone who has been killed by Tommaso Ciampa.
Number 8, Jericho smashes Michaels. The quintessential example of a bad guy feeling completely justified in his actions.
7.
The New Day sucks because they turned on Big E, man.
This was heartbreaking. This was heartbreaking.
This was fucking awesome, though.
Number 7, Chris Jericho throws Shawn Michaels through the Jeritron, Raw 2008. Jericho's actions were indicative of a wrestler who'd learned from the mistakes of his past feud with Michaels and shown he had grown to understand the Heartbreak Kid as something entirely different from the icon he had considered him as being in the lead up to WrestleMania 19.
Number 7, an act of cowardism. 3, the breakup of the Rockers, as WWE love to tell us, launched Shawn Michaels on the road to becoming the showstopper, but unlike Andre's, the turn itself was as magical as its legacy.
Number 7, The Barbershop. A brilliant heel turn rendered even more iconic by the fact it led to one of the best singles careers in the history of professional wrestling.
Now, you want to come back? E, you left us.
To number 6.
6.
The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. We talked about him earlier, having his head put through a TV. Well, he's no stranger to putting heads through things. Marty Jannetty.
Class at that, yeah.
Number 6, CM Punk on The Rock, Raw 2012. The fact that Dwayne is in the main event of WrestleMania next year and I'm not makes me sick.
Number 6, A2Y2J. Jericho's heel turn on Shawn Michaels in their all-time great feud of 2008.
Number 6, The Double Turn. The Double Turn. It's rare, but when done right, it can be storytelling perfection.
What the hell?
5.
5.
Kevin Owens and the Festival of Friendship. Wait, is this the Festival of Friendship, or are we doing the other one? Cody, the more recent one. Or are we doing the Sami Zayn one?
I know, there's so many.
Yeah, this guy has turned heel a bunch of times.
Number 5, Seth Rollins turns on the Shield. Like a knife to the back of his own brother, Seth Rollins whipped back a steel chair and planted it in the back of his Shield brethren Roman Reigns on an episode of Raw in 2014.
Number 5, Not on This Night. The Shield heel turns ranked like this. Roman at the bottom, Rollins in the middle, and you f***ing heard me, Dean Ambrose at the top. Ambrose's turn was more emotional.
Number 5, The Mega Powers Explode. Now, this is an example of long-term storytelling at its best. The story lasted for a full year and a half.
The other isn't any good.
4.
Seth Rollins turning on the New Day. This isn't the Seth Rollins 2019.
Wait, hold on. You just said Seth Rollins turning on the New Day.
Sierra Hotel Echo New Day. Yeah, on the Shield.
Number 4, Andre the Giant aligns with Bobby Heenan to chase Hogan and the title. What happens when the irresistible force finally meets the immovable object? In wrestling, nobody truly knew until Andre the Giant challenged Hulk Hogan to a WWF title match at WrestleMania 3.
Number 4, putting the S in front of Hitman. Face Brett and heel Austin double turned when Brett refused to stop attacking Steve Austin after the match. He was absolutely right to be angry, but acted like a dick about it, the best kind of heel.
Number 4, Zbyszko betrays his mentor. Now this took place 35 years ago, but it's still recognized as one of the best turns of all time.
Oh my God!
3.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. I shook Vince McMahon's hand at the end of WrestleMania 17. I was like, damn Vince, let's try to tank the company's ratings.
Number 3, Shawn Michaels throws Marty Jannetty through the barbershop window. Probably the most replayed heel turn in the history of professional wrestling, the breakup of the Rockers in 1992 is as iconic for the different trajectories of the two characters as it is for the brutal impact, surprise, and the sadness that came with seeing one of history's most beloved and exciting teams split for good.
Number 3, Steve Austin ends the Attitude Era. Thanks. Steve Austin turning heel at Mania X7. A good turn is not just about the wrestlers, it's the entire presentation.
Number 3, the Freebirds attack the Von Erichs. The Freebirds were loathed in Texas ever since, and this act of barbarism almost started a riot.
What is he doing? God! Is he the third man?
2.
John Cena joins The Rock at Elimination Chamber. This just happened.
Number 2, Randy Savage turns on Hulk Hogan, the mega powers collide over Elizabeth. A year that would act as the build to this, our second biggest heel turn in WWE history.
Number 2, Randy Savage snaps, and not into a Slim Jim, to Savage finally losing it and braining the Hulkster with the title belt on Main Event 2.
Number 2, Andre rips a shirt. Andre's health had begun to deteriorate, and Vince wanted to give him one giant last main event befitting of his huge status.
John Cena.
1.
Number 1, Hulk Hogan forming the New World Organization of Wrestling, brother.
Number 1, Bret Hart at WrestleMania 13, the double turn with Austin, and perfectly orchestrated moment that capitalized on the growing love for Austin and put Hart into new unfamiliar territory as a heel.
Number 1, Mr. McMahon starts the Attitude Era. Mr. McMahon may be the best and most important heel in the history of wrestling, and his turn involved one of the most notorious controversies to ever hit the squared circle, the Montreal Screwjob.
Number 1, Hogan is the third man. Throughout the 80s and the early 90s, the Red and Yellow Warrior had forever been a babyface, telling kids to eat their vitamins, say their prayers, and whatever it was that Pasta Mania was all about. Hogan did the unthinkable. He dropped a leg on his buddy Randy Savage and turned heel, finally telling the fans who'd loved him for over a decade to stick it.